Thomas Edison was right. The genius inventor, key to success exposed after 100 years. Thomas Edison, the genius inventor, the American inventor, credited with creation of the light bulb, may have been right about the power of napping. According to an astonishing new study, he used to take naps. Millions of people around the globe swear by the effectiveness of the so-called power nap. Just 10 to 20 minutes of shut-eye during the day is claimed by many to rejuvenate the body, bolstering the spirit. And according to a new research published in the journal Science Advances, there may be more than these claims than just pure anecdote, and the American inventor Thomas Alva Edison, 1847 to 1931, appears to have already figured out this 100 years ago. Researchers at the Paris Brain Institute found that taking a quick power nap can allow a person to tap into a creative sweet spot, quote unquote, a creative sweet spot. This happens when a person starts to drift into the first stages of sleep, a state known as hypnagogia N1. Hypnagogia, described as a transitional stage between being awake and sleeping. The opposite is known as hypnopompia, which occurs just before a person wakes from a deep slumber. During this altered state of consciousness, it's not uncommon to hear of people experiencing hallucinations and other dreamlike visions. According to French researchers, this bizarre state may help also people become more creative and better at solving puzzles. They came to this conclusion after recreating a technique developed by Thomas Edison, which he believed helped to inspire his inventions. Edison would often go take a nap with a bulb in his hand, a light bulb, allowing himself to slowly drift off. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. And as soon as his muscles relaxed, he would drop the light bulb, and be yanked back into being awake, but with the added benefit of being inspired by his pre-sleep dreams and visions. Now, researchers at the Paris Brain Institute recreated the technique with a group of 103 people who were asked to take a nap in a darkened room in a reclining chair while holding onto a bottle. And after the bottle fell to the ground, they were woken up. They were asked to solve a mathematical puzzle. The problem involved converting a string of 8 digits into new strings of 7 digits using a specific set of instructions. To ease the matters, the rule was baked into the test that would allow the participants to crack it without much effort, but they were not told about it. The secret rule was that the second number in the final sequence of digits was always the same as the last number in the same sequence. Each participant was given 30 tries to crack the puzzle, after which they were asked to take a 20-minute nap, and their brain activity was measured using electrodes to determine what state of consciousness they were in. And about 16% of the participants managed to solve the puzzle, so they were excluded from the trial. The remaining volunteers were given a second go after their creativity-enhancing break. And according to the researchers, those who napped and were awoken by the sound of their falling bottle fared much better at finding the secret rule, 3 times better than those who stayed awake. This was after at least 15 seconds of N1 rest. The results were about 83% versus 30% of participants who remained awake. Even more intriguingly, the researchers noted this effect vanished if subjects reached deeper sleep. However, it took an average 94 runs before the participants discovered the rule even after taking the nap, and the findings were published in a study under the title Sleep Onset is a Creative Spot. The paper reads, "Our findings suggest that there is a creative sweet spot within the sleep onset period, and hitting it requires individuals balancing falling asleep easily against falling asleep too deeply." So a power nap of 10-20 minutes is great for our brains. So this is by Sebastian Ketley on Express UK. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support.